Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, a big welcome to you, and if you are a returning subscriber, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much. Today's recipe is this mouth-watering stew. I'm sure you are gonna love it, so stay tuned. Let's get into the cooking. To make the marinade, I've got in here some fresh onion scallion, fresh rosemary, onion, garlic and ginger. I'll add everything in a power blender and blend smoothly. Add the grounded marinade in the meat, add some water to rinse the blender. Next, I'm going to go in with some cubes, salt, old Obe seasoning. Give it a beautiful stir, cover and allow to cook until the meat are very tender. So I just sprinkled there some old Obe seasoning. You don't need too much spices when seasoning this fish, honestly, because mackerel fish is quite flavorful on its own and you don't want to interfere with that signature taste. So rub the seasoning all over the fish. When done, place it on your baking pan, pop it into the oven, allow to grill or sear for 30 to 35 minutes at 180 Fahrenheit. I've got in here some fresh tomatoes, one large red bell pepper, all nicely washed, and the red bell pepper has been deseeded. I'm going to cut them into tiny bites to avoid overworking my blender. You can use tatashe in place of that red bell pepper, but make sure you deseed the tatashe to avoid that bitter taste. Next, I'm going to go in with some fresh garlic, some onions and fresh ginger. I'll add everything in a power blender and blend smoothly. Add the blended tomatoes in a pot, cover and allow to cook. What this does is to reduce excess liquid from the tomato, and it will also minimize the frying time. While the fresh tomato is cooking, I'm going to open up the tin tomato. So I'm going to add the paste inside my plate. I added some water. I'm going to dissolve it to get a creamy texture. I've got some jumbo shrimps here, aka crayfish. I'm going to add them in a Ziploc bag, then I'll use my paste tool to crush them. I did it this way because I want to be in control of the crayfish. I don't want to grind it too much. Honestly, if you have never made your stew this way, just try this recipe. Your family and friends will definitely ask for more. The tomatoes has reduced excess liquid. As you can see, there's no single burnt. I cooked it on a medium flame and I did not stir the tomatoes while it was cooking. If you stir the tomatoes, there's every tendency that it might get burnt. So yeah, cooking on a medium heat and not stirring is just the perfect way to achieve this. The meat has been cooking close to an hour and it is perfectly cooked at this point. It is so tasty and succulent. So I'm going to take them out from the stock and set it aside. The tomato paste has fried beautifully well. I'm going to add the fresh tomatoes. I love frying my tomato stew on a medium heat. It gives your stew an inbuilt flavor. So I'm going to fry this tomato until the oil becomes clear or until the oil separates from the tomato. So keep stirring to avoid getting burnt because you wouldn't want to lose the taste or the flavor from your sweet tomato stew. Alright, lovely families, the hour has come. As you can see, the before and after look of the tomatoes, they are perfectly fried. I mean perfectly fried. So I'm going to add the meat stock, the turkey meat and the fish. Mix very well to combine. Add more stock or water if you want to loosen up the stew. I'll go in with some salt. Add more cubes if necessary. I'll add some turmeric powder, nutmeg powder. Mix once again, cover and allow the stew to come to a rolling boil, and your stew is as good as ready. And did I also forget to mention that when making any authentic stew, you need a good amount of oil to fry your tomatoes, or else you will fry till eternity. This stew was so good. My family and friends enjoyed it, and I'm sure your family will definitely thank you later after making this stew for them. This stew pairs well with a lot of food, and I had mine with some white boiled rice and beans. Thank you all so much for watching. My pleasure to have you here. See you all on my next upload. Enjoy.